second. Look at your neighbor and check in. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting a precedent, no mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives at the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats, I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining, no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas, I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time, it's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking, we bringing back Motown. No sparing this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get it tough, put my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity yourself. Don't make way for a prodigy. Just down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get it tough, put my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity yourself. Don't make way for a prodigy.
I ain't regular. I ain't regular. I ain't regular.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still broad day, live that way, drill that way, came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John got it. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of priors, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to broad day. Really short fuse, done had a long day. Body like wow, like. Wait. You know I'm an Eastside, big TDE, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, stack a lobster with a shrimp, big. Put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rap, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. Woo, woo, woo.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington Commanders.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 9 catches, 111 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing.
Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 62 yards on the ground. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Here's Howell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Second down throw for Howell. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now Howell's going to mix it up here. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Off play action. It's Howell. A quick throw there is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Third down here. When you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Alex Singleton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. He'll look to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. 38 yards. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Al now to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. Cashed in with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Howell. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 47 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Back to throw here. He'll air this one out for Mims. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Dances, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as the tackle made here at the 36. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Howell. That's Samuel, caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Howell. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Oh, look at the juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a first down. Up the middle they go. Torres. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense heading out. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 90 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Now throwing on 1st down here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second down, Howell back to pass. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Robinson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Commanders are able to at least get one score back. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 54 yards. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And down to the 36-yard line here. And even 100 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Washington ready to try again on offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing here, Howell. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to look to throw. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 114 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Faking the handoff. Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Down to the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First down, Howell to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Howell will throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they go play action with Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Howell from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to end the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Howell going to audible to something else. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Now a give right side. It's Torres. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Torres. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Smith to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you outdoor. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 67 yards. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Again, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Powell out of the shotgun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's loose again. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 71 yards. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And now here is another interception. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the draw, it's Gibson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Howell. Singleton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he's able to get it out of there. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Shifts past him at the 45. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Howell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Robinson up the middle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Operating from the gun. Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Sly able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held into an okay gain.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Touchdown! Tim Patrick. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key for...
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone...
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense, turn the ball back over to them. You're right, there's pressure to score, but they feel good about their chances.
That's good. They like that pressure. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Robinson with another carry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Hal now to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Hal's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On 2nd down, Williams stays on his feet. Down the numbers. There he goes. Javonte Williams inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, 88 yards. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make... Look at this! Middle of the field, a breakaway! And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now Howell. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flushed out right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such...
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, it's Torres. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Second down, Howell now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Powell throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Another throw for Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Powell. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Broncos continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to throw, Howell. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Off play action. It's Howell. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. He got 29 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And you know what we just witnessed, partner? A new NFL record for single-game rushing by a quarterback, breaking Colin Kaepernick's record of 181 yards.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos are pouring it on. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Matthew Ioannidis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Howell from the gun. That's Samuel, caught left side. Fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Howell throwing on first down here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And Howell will throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 74 yards. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd down now. It's Torres. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the defense, they get to Howell. They'll go down here. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. Courtland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Powell out of the shotgun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now 3rd down and very long. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Jahan Dotson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Sharp. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.
Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall to 1-1. And
can I talk my...
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakland way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending, all the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes, big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. You should sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne. I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's facts. I wanna be a so I start. I like, so I went on and start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. I'm the hottest rapper on the West, let's just face it. So put that pride to the side, then let's get paper. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money.
Bars. C5. Just incredible. Hunger Flow 2. It's easy.
Incredible.
Pit stop, here we go. Bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go. We don't move, it's scary.
Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of love. Maybach, lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play, and then it is time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do?
Hey, if it's up like that, it's stuck like that. If it's up like that, it's stuck like that.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is teasing with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told them I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have $100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just a. Now when I do, they call me Mister.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
Just got the ops hurt, looking sick, so we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me. Say you gon' ride. Is he gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep rocks on me. Name him with, I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you ride it. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Pull up in that new thing. I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood. After I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give him the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Every time I'ma step with the steppers, black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech. Thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instinct.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. Just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they're gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie and Nas, Face Mob, Yeezy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction.
increase stepping on, balling forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake debate right. I'm thinking real estate licenses. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds? My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers is disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and Meade?
First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. Tua going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 70 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Looking to pass. Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. We're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua sets up to pass it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Again, it's Achane. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. But you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he works free. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Caught by Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On first down, back to Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To a hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Right back to him on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Torres. Nice move at the 40. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox as tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we end up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it is 42-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Torres down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. A little juke, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Ooh, the juke. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his youth?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out. Down the numbers. There he goes. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Up the middle, Achane. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. Achane on the counter. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll give this to Achane. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he completes it to Wilson. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 8 yards out. And the the Dolphins are able to claw one back. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on 1st down. It's Torres. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Lutz good on the extra point. And around it. Is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Back to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tua now on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Leaks, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, here's Tua. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And quickly, they get to the line. 2nd and 2. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Forced out to his left. A nice little juke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Pushing his way through. And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. They find some open field here. There he goes again. Cortland Sutton, and he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Cortland Sutton, 73 yards. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now 2nd and 5. Now Tua. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's got the first down and more, and all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Achane gets it from the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 101 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 19 yards away. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Here's Achane to start the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Achane. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time, the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. Back to throw now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And now off to the races down the right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender. The offensive guys are...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run now from Achane. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one, tell me one, Cedar. We're having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is Achane. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to at least get one score back. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Denver, 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. 2nd and 4. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 35 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
3rd and 9 here. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Gets past one man, and they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he is out of bounds. Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. 28 yards. And the Broncos add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle here to Wilson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes you know those.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 75 yards. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it.
Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa on target over the middle to Hill. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Back to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over. As they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Again, it's Williams. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Torres. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. Up the middle, it's Williams. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 49.
Tua now on 1st down. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. Caught by Wilson. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up.
Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah, bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah, down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you pop it, they don't wanna slice. Yeah, breathe the envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious. I feel my ratchets. You ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great as ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no